sweet, it's all sour. This sour sessions, y'all stay in the mix. Now listening to Vin, Lex, and Blix.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to session 4 of Sour Sessions. I'm Lex.
I'm Vinny.
I'm Blix.
And today we are going to be getting into pretty much our childhood, growing up, pet peeves, things that we've grown up and seen in high school, and trendy stuff here and there, and, you know, kind of things that were trends a long time ago and that probably don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't exist anymore, right?
That's a fact.
You know?
Right?
Leave them in the past.
Leave them in the past.
But before we
man.
get into that, though, let's recap. It's been a little while. How y'all been? What you been up to? Tell the people.
What have I been up to? You know how it is. Just music. Making music, making connects. We didn't play a ton of shows this month because we've kind of just been focusing on a ton of music and finishing that and making it the best we can make it. My partner, Tom, has been in Wales. Shout out, Pip. He's been eating the fish and chips over in Wales.
It's probably so good.
Yeah, probably delicious. Honestly, I love
Boys
fish
eating
and
the
chips.
Brizzy brackets.
Yeah, he's getting them faggots.
Oh.
He is.
Hey, yo.
That is actually true. That is actually a true thing.
Keep
so
that.
before we even say that, faggots is actually a meal.
Keep that.
Really?
over
Yes,
I've never heard of that.
I had no idea either. I had no idea.
You learned that from him?
Keep that.
Yes, he told me. He actually sent me a video yesterday.
He's like, Vin, I'm having a faggot right now.
He sent me a video and he was like, "Bro, I'm eating a faggot right now," and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Say that again." Pardon
Come
me?
again?
You're like,
It's like, "Pardon me?" But
you're like cleaning your ear. Did I hear that right?
yeah, I'm like, "Wait, hold up." I'm like,
Yeah,
"What?"
so-
So he sent me. So it's actually a meal. It's like gravy and like peas or something, and it's I think it like
Keep
it has like a
that
piece of chicken in it
yonder.
or something, but it's called a faggot. Yeah, it's actually called a meal. Yeah.
Keep
All
that
right.
across
So,
the
which
water.
again, you learn something new every day, I guess, right?
They
Yeah,
got
that won't flow into the U.S., but
Yeah. No, I don't know about that.
good on that.
Yeah. He's like, keep that.
Anyway,
across
have
the
fun
river.
out there. London bridges falling down.
Yeah. So he's
buddy.
been over there. He comes back in about a week or so. So I'm excited to get back to work. But we've also been finishing music while he's been there. So it's not like it's really like we've had any
got
time
shows
off.
lined up.
Yes, we do. We have Brewfest in Bayshore. Then I have a couple like private parties. I have a couple Pilates studios that I got hired to
That's
DJ
cool.
at. Yeah, really cool.
yeah, modern.
Yeah, it's kind of like a newer thing that they're doing now. It's
Boy,
like,
running the workout.
Running the world. My boy, I'm going to be sitting there
The
burning
instructor.
calories. I'm going to be sitting there burning calories because a lot of them are like hot Pilates places.
Oh, okay.
So like, dude,
It's
the
like
room
the
is like
hot works or
110
whatever.
degrees, so I'm
they have
dying
like the
there
infrared.
DJing.
Yeah.
And
It's
they're
cool though.
cooking.
Yeah, but it's a
Yeah.
lot of people are like doing, a lot of gyms now are doing stuff like this, like where they have a live DJ come, and it just brings a whole new experience, you know, and it's a lot more exciting to be going to the gym seeing that than just listening to music on your headphones or whatever. you know?
Yeah.
So, and it's easy money.
Extra
So,
money. Yeah.
yeah, it's extra money.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's extra money. It's
Adds
fun
up.
and rewarding.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that. So couple shows, couple things lined up. But what about you guys?
That'll be fun.
We got going on.
You go first.
Okay, so big news in VBL world. We just celebrated our 8-year anniversary.
Hey.
Yay!
Shout out,
A lot of
Lex.
years. A lot of years. It's crazy. But so for the 8-year anniversary this year, I dropped merch, and it was an 8-ball graphic, which I'm actually wearing right now for those of you who are watching. I designed the 8-ball graphic by hand like a couple years ago and decided to finally get it going for the 8-year anniversary. And so we did baby tees, we did raglan tees, dropped them, and that's been going well. And yeah, so if you guys want any, you can use code WELCOME on the website for a 10% off discount. on
They
your
are
first
dope
order.
shirts. I've
Yeah.
worn
Get 'em.
mine a couple times.
Yeah.
They are sick.
Get them right
Got some
Sick, so
keychains too
definitely
in
get 'em.
person if you stop by.
Yeah.
But big milestone, had to do something cool, little rebrand, but it's been exciting. And yeah, other than that, just been working, doing pop-ups, Long Beach, Huntington. I did the hot rod, the Holy Black hot rod block party with the brand, you know, the Holy Black. They're a local brand based in Lindenhurst. They're a barber shop, but
Oh, I think you told me about
yeah,
that.
they're really,
Yeah.
really cool. And so it's a
That's
really
dope.
cool curated event. That went really well. It was fun. Can't wait for next year. We're trying to get them to host a Christmas event,
Ooh.
like a Holy Black Christmas. How cool would that be?
That's actually cool. It's unique.
I know.
different.
So that'd be
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
definitely unique.
But yeah, other than that, just popping up in Long Beach and Huntington every Saturday, Sunday.
Getting to
And
it, just
yeah,
grinding.
I mean, I went to a couple concerts too. I saw Neo and Akon at Jones Beach, and then I also saw Muse at Jones Beach, which was so cool. It was so
Muse
cool
is a
to the
legendary
point
band.
I didn't even take a single video.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
vibing
that's
so
the
hard that I
best.
didn't take a video.
It's the best.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't got to. Sometimes you just got to live in the moment. You got to
exactly.
enjoy
And
what
it
is.
was sick. It was so
Yeah,
cool.
that is sick.
Been a bit eventful for me on this end, but what about
What's
you?
my
Lex?
What's my son doing with the
Yeah.
cream?
Well, you know me. I just been grinding it up on the truck, as you could tell from these white
He's
Mine are worse.
I haven't seen sunlight in months. I've just been out there grinding on that truck in that heat, just sweltering, serving them cones day in, day out. Getting to it, the summer season is when we could grind. So, I'm out there every day, just as long as that weather's good. People want the
Hell
sweet
yeah.
treat.
we haven't had the best
I'm out
weather,
there.
but
The weather, bro, the rain's been crazy.
It's insane.
It's been annoying, but
Working around it, getting to it. That's all there is.
yeah,
For the season, and then in that off season, we gone, but
ain't nothing to do it.
All fun.
But to
Mr.
do it.
Worldwide. Huh?
Yeah, nah, I feel you, dude. I feel like this summer was a
It's
dud.
flying
Summer
by,
was
too.
a dud. It is flying by. We got like what, a month left?
No, it's
Really?
weird.
Yeah, it's on a
crazy.
couple weeks to Labor Day, right?
Crazy.
I was working
It's
and I
crazy.
started typing in my order sheet and I was putting the date and I was like, it's fucking
Yeah.
August.
Yeah, it's nuts.
What?
It is nuts. Literally 3 weeks until the August is done at this point. And like you mentioned before with the concerts, right? Like that's another thing too, right? Like New York is dope. Don't get me wrong. Like born and raised here, obviously it'll be my hometown, but like with traveling and everything, I feel like because I put up a post on TikTok yesterday, right? And I was kind of like screwing around and I was like, is Jones Beach the best venue to see a concert, right? Like I've been to so many venues all across the United States, and I feel like really nothing stands up to that place.
I never
From
been.
where I've
Never been?
You've never been to
Never
Jones
seen a
Beach?
show at Jones Beach?
Yeah, this is gonna sound crazy.
That's
Let
crazy.
me say this now. 'Cause let me get this out the way.
And he's in the music industry. That's
Let me
even
say this
crazier.
now and get this out.
I think I know
the
what
way.
he's gonna say, and I might have to get up and walk out.
Yeah, you're gonna be. You probably already know. I've never been to a concert.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Never been to a show.
I might have to get up. And
I've
walk
made
out right now.
music a
Like
long
ever.
time, but
Crazy.
besides the show I've done or he's done, I've never been to a show.
Like
Ever.
to this day.
That's crazy.
To this day, ever.
Yo, my first concert was at
Never
Jones
been to
Beach.
a concert.
My first concert was I saw Aerosmith at
I've
Jones
never
Beach.
been fanned out like that. I
Oh,
wanted
that's
to
crazy.
go see somebody.
Not even
you know?
like being just like
Wow.
I don't get me wrong. I think about it like a festival song. I do want to go.
Yeah.
I never have yet.
my mouth is like
know, I know,
me
open.
too.
I'm like
People are
shocked.
people always talk about going. I just never have.
I know, me
you
too. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not like it's like
Wow.
I'm against it. It's just I haven't yet.
No, I mean,
will,
some
though.
people, it's not like their favorite thing. Like I know some people who just don't care about music like that, or they don't
Don't get
care
me
about
wrong, I
concerts.
like music.
No, I know you
I'm-
love music, but I'm saying like they don't
fan
care
of
enough to
music,
go to a concert.
But
Yeah.
I just never
Yeah.
have yet.
No, that's
I will,
great,
though.
bro.
Oh my
I've
God, the
probably
amount
been
of
to
money
a-
I've spent
I said,
on
let me get that
concert
out the way
tickets.
because I know y'all about
100%.
to talk
Oh my
about
God.
crazy
100%.
concerts. I have no input because I've never been. You know?
Wow.
I'm gonna let y'all handle that. Comment.
Wow.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, no, dude, I've seen
shocked.
so many concerts at Jones Beach. Like I said, my first concert at Jones Beach was Aerosmith. I was probably like 17, 16, and that concert was crazy. And then I saw Kiss like a week after.
I do think Jones Beach, especially with the
Oh, it
updates
is
now,
sick.
it's so nice.
Yeah.
Like every time I go now, I just take it in and I'm like, this really
No,
is.
it is.
Like,
It is sick.
picture yourself going to this venue in like another state for the first time, and
Yeah,
you're just
you
you're
would
like,
be like,
whoa,
whoa. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
it's nice.
It's crazy. Like our old managers that we used to work with, they had a show there and they brought us like backstage and everything, and it's really cool. Like the whole backstage area too. I mean, it is really old though.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sure.
Really old. Like it's like people don't realize that venue has been a venue for like 50 or 60 years.
Yeah.
Probably if not more. So, and like what I found out too, and this is a little bit of like Long Island history, is that the middle section where people sit on the floor, that was never there.
Oh, really?
They like added that like 30
That's
years
cool,
ago
though.
or something, like in the 90s or the 80s. It used to be a thing where people would drive up on their boat in the middle. And there would be like people would like either perform on a boat kind of thing, like it was like a play thing, or they had that stage.
That's
like they
so
would
cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it's definitely cool.
Maybe you guys will be there one day. No, we're gonna have to take Blix to his first concert or festival or something.
Bro, we might have to. Let's see what's coming up.
100%.
Bro, sometimes they do these specials where it's like $20 or $30 shows.
Even you can
Okay.
usually
Something
get
in Vegas
tickets
then?
last minute
Yeah,
for
yeah.
so cheap.
Bro,
anyway.
you could, dude. You would literally, bro. We could get you a ticket, bro, all the way up at the top for like $25 mezzanine. Who gives a fuck? Like, bro,
Just to
anywhere in
experience-
that
That's
place.
where I sat for the
Anywhere
past
in that
couple
place
concerts.
is good.
Yeah.
Anywhere you see a show in that place is good.
I've been in the
Anywhere.
pit. I've been
Yeah.
in like this. I've been in every
Everywhere,
single
every
section, and
section.
there's no bad
Yeah.
seat. It's
No,
just
there's no
what
bad
it's
seat.
the vibe that you
Yeah.
want.
No, there's no
You
bad
pick your
seat
seat
at
based
all.
on that, but
100%.
it's no bad seat in the house. But yeah, we'll get more into it in depth. But we'll jump in and start talking about our childhoods and
It's
what made
reminisce,
us.
huh?
Yeah.
What we gonna talk about? Getting older and the joys of it all.
What
I'd say-
joys?
I
the
mean,
joy.
What joys?
I would say growing up to me, I mean, I don't know about y'all. Growing up to me is obviously getting older and experiencing what the world really has to offer for you out there, as in bills that you'll never stop paying. I felt like an adult when I finally first paid them bills, or I'd say when I got my first car, because you feel that first taste of freedom going out there on your own, driving around, you know.
And spending 10 grand a month in gas.
Yeah, you know.
You feel it? Oh, yeah, you feel it.
Learn in this life. And now, how could you not feel like an adult? Feel like every day is something else you got to pay.
Everything. Well,
Every
living
day,
in New York.
something else you got to pay.
Living in New York, yeah.
That's the adult life.
Dude, I was talking to my mom yesterday about it. Like, I don't think we're too far away where they're gonna put a toll literally outside your front door, and you got to pay a toll to breathe. I think that's what it's gonna come down to soon.
Everything
like no
got a
joke,
fee,
bro.
so
Everything has a fucking fee now. I feel
Everything
like
got a
everything,
fee.
dude. It's fucking crazy. Like, dude, you go over the bridge. God forbid you go over the bridge without an easy pass. You're cooked. You're done.
You're done.
You're
No,
done.
literally.
Like, you're literally done. Like, they will send you. I literally got because apparently my easy pass thing wasn't hooked up to my account, which is bullshit. But
Oh, and then they charge you $1 million.
yeah, I got
fees.
$130 in toll fees. I'm like, don't I pay 15 grand a year in taxes? Where does
I
the
pay.
taxes go?
Dear God.
My Easy Pass
Like,
is none of
no.
my business. I pay so much to Easy Pass because I'm constantly driving.
It's
around.
like crazy.
Or
Like,
the
I'm like,
congestion pricing and all that.
oh, that's literally like the biggest FU to people that live in New York. Like, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Like,
Just
imagine
to
going
drive
in
around.
just to exist.
Gotta
You're literally getting
gotta
charged
pay
to
just to
exist.
move.
Like,
Yeah.
nah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy,
game.
but it's really what it comes down to. But it's crazy. The congestion pricing is one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my entire life. Imagine how many companies that's gonna hurt.
Probably.
Right?
It already has.
They're
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
a fortune. Yeah.
Literally,
Money makes the world
Crazy.
go round.
Yeah, it really is. It really does. But
But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, with growing up, I mean, I think a big part of
So
it
many
also is
things.
finding your purpose and kind of learning like who you are as a person.
100%.
I think that's
You know
that's
what I mean?
ever ongoing though. I feel like you're
That's-
always
yeah.
evolving and changing
yeah.
as life goes on. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you'll reach your purpose, but there's always still more out there for you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm still figuring out who I am as a person.
Exactly.
I feel like when I went to college, it seemed like everyone like knew who they were and like I
everybody-
feel like I'm a
everybody
says
completely
they do.
different person.
Everybody-
I don't
everybody thinks
know.
they do.
They don't know.
Yeah, everybody thinks they do. I feel
That's
like
College,
nobody,
you never really been through.
nobody
life, so
knows
you don't
until
know.
you're thrown in the fire.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Nobody knows until
Experience
you're
is
thrown
the
in the
best
fire.
teacher. The classroom is
Yeah.
only part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, how many people really go to high school and leave and say, "Wow, I learned so much in high school." They don't teach you taxes. They don't teach you how to manage. They teach you
You don't
nothing.
learn that in college
They
either.
don't teach you nothing.
I could
Oh yeah,
probably
and like
remember
Like-
barely anything.
I don't remember
high
anything that I
school,
learned in
so
high
with
school.
the
Nothing.
No.
X and all the
You know what I
letters
learned?
that-
None.
You know what I
that math
learned?
that
I
don't
learned
matter.
from one of my teachers, and shout out Miss Gordon if she's watching this, if she ever watches this. She told me the only thing that you could leave here with, and I think you should leave here with, is being different from anybody else, from everybody else. That was the one thing I learned. Be different from everybody else. That's it. I can't do algebra. I don't know pi.
What's the
I don't know
point
any
of
of
it?
that.
Meanwhile,
What's the point of that?
You're growing up being taught how to be just like everyone else.
Well,
You're
that's-
being
well,
put
that's
into a
what life
societal like
does. Well, that's
mold.
what life
Yeah.
does. That's what
So I
life
think
does.
getting older is also kind of breaking
100%.
out of
Break
that
that
mold.
mold. Yeah, once you
of
break the
what
mold.
you learned, unlearning
Yeah.
all the bad and all the wrong.
When you break out of school, it's like kind of a shift now because you go from every day being around. I mean, I don't know how big your school was, but you around 2,000-3,000 kids
Yeah.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
Now you start growing up. You're not gonna be around. You might see 5 or 10 of them for the rest of your life. So it's that change, and that's how you really start growing up because now you're drifting away from that pack. You might have followed that trend in school or that group, but now you're moving away from them. Everybody
100%.
starts growing up and changing.
And that's when you realize that certain people in your life were only there because you were physically around them and not
Oh,
because
yeah.
Of course.
you
I
were
mean,
choosing to have them in your life.
100%. It's just everything like changes, especially right when you get out of high school, right? Like, yeah, like you said before, like you don't see people that you were in class with every single day.
Just
right? And like you
changes,
said,
yeah.
you only saw them because you had to see them.
Think
right?
about how many people back then you saw every day.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them since.
I haven't seen them since. And to be
Since.
honest, I don't care.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care. You know
They
what I
don't
mean?
care
So
about
it's-
what you're doing. You
No.
don't care
My
about
friends will be
them.
like, "Do you
Wish 'em
remember this
well,
person
but-
we used to hang out with?" I'm like, "I don't even know that name." Like
I don't remember, nor do
I don't
I want to
remember.
remember.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. Like, and that's not being like an asshole or a prick. It's just
So
I don't
speaking
care.
on high school, would you ever go to a reunion?
Absolutely zero chance of me ever walking into a reunion. I'm good.
10,
I wasn't
20,
even
30
invited
years.
to my high school reunion.
good.
I don't
even
even
think-
had one. But
I'm
yeah.
good.
I wasn't
I'm
even
good.
invited.
I
I
don't need
feel
to.
like now it's like if I wanted to connect with you, I'd be like connected with you on
Yeah.
social media, if not in person.
Which is
We
crazy
had-
because if I don't follow you on social media, I don't even know anything about you. I don't know your life exists and I don't care.
the way I look at it is, if I have to go to a reunion to be in contact with you, I don't want to go. I don't want to be in contact with
Yeah,
you.
Maybe that used to be
Because-
the purpose of reunions, I guess, because
Well, probably
you know?
before
It's
social
all
media, that's how
profit.
they
It's
met
all
up
profit.
and all that.
Nah, I'm not. I don't rock with that. I have my friends. I have my close set of friends, and that's it. I don't gotta go to a reunion to kind of rekindle.
don't have the time
some-
for that.
I'm not trying to
Like,
rekindle with somebody that I'm.
don't have the
that I
time or
spoke to
energy.
15
Yeah,
years
or
ago.
you want to reminisce what you did in gym class.
I'm good.
20 years ago,
I'm
or
good,
something.
bro,
What
I'm
you
good.
something that happened at the lunch.
I don't
table.
need to know about
Like,
Chad making
stuff.
$900,000 working behind an office. That I'm good.
Couldn't
I'm
care
good.
less.
Like I don't care. And again, I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just I don't like. I have a lot of other, bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. You don't want to hear about Susan. She on her 4th or 5th kid.
no, dude,
Something
no.
like
Fifth
no,
kid, sixth
no,
husband.
No, you were hoeing back in high school. No, I'm kidding.
But that's even crazy to
to
think
Still
about.
ain't
Is like
good at
people
it.
our age having like multiple kids.
Yeah, I mean, great for them.
Crazy.
Great for them. If
And
that's your
they
goal.
probably feel like an adult.
What? Just because you have? I mean, yeah, just because you have kids and a job.
Just
doesn't-
like getting
doesn't
older.
mean you're an
level
adult,
of
but yeah.
responsibility.
I mean,
It's just
when
a level
was-
of responsibility.
Yeah.
100%.
When was the first time that you felt like an adult?
Oh man, I still don't feel like an adult.
I was gonna say me
I
neither.
still
don't.
childish.
I still
guess.
don't. I mean,
don't
dude, if
know.
I could fucking never grow up, I mean, I think that's everybody. If everybody could say they could never grow up, I mean, that would be the greatest feeling, right?
Yeah.
But oh man, wow, that's a good one. I think probably when, probably like you said, when I got my first car, because
Yeah,
that was
I
my
mean,
first bill.
That freedom, that taste
That was my
of
first bill,
freedom,
you know? Yeah. Once you get like that first bill and you're like, oh shit, this isn't going to be paid for. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, probably that, or when I got kicked off my parents' health insurance. That felt really good.
Yeah.
That felt really good because I made the wise choice of following my dreams. So so that doesn't come with insurance and a full benefits package and everything, you know?
Shout out government assistance.
Shout out Medicaid.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out,
For real.
shout.
Honestly, I'm putting it in God's hands right now. That's what I'm doing.
Listen.
No, I got health insurance, but yeah, I think that was probably like, and that was a couple years ago because I'm 30 now. So I think, what is it, 26 is when they cut you off?
Yeah, I think
right?
26.
Yeah.
Or something.
26, yeah.
If,
So
you
when
know,
I
if the
went to
parents
pick
have
up my medication, and they were like, "You don't have insurance," and I'm like, "Well, I'm putting it in God's hands
You
right
better
now."
get
Like,
insurance because now
alright.
your medication is not.
Well, that's like
Yeah.
none of
It's
my
about-
business. So
Yeah, so I'm like, God, you better take the wheels. You better take the wheels right now because I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, that I would probably say that honestly, like feeling uncomfortable in certain situations probably made me feel like more of an adult. But I'm gonna be 100% honest. Sometimes I don't feel like an adult still, and I feel like because it's a lot of what I do with the traveling and being able to. Again, I don't make $1 million off of what I do, but
you live a different lifestyle.
live a
than
different
regular
lifestyle,
person. You're not waking
100%.
up, going.
Yeah.
To
I'm
9
not.
to
No,
5
no,
in
no,
the
no, no,
cubicle,
no.
Or
I'm
you
not
know,
clocking in and working for
hey,
somebody. Like
waking
I'm working
up,
for
making
myself.
breakfast for the kids, and
Yes.
taking them to school,
100%.
stuff like. You're not living that regular type of
No.
lifestyle.
Could
You're
I
still
live that
li-
in the next 5-10 years? Of course.
Yeah, of course. You
Do
can,
I
but
want
I'm
to?
saying
Yeah. of
currently
course.
you're not.
No,
you know?
no.
You're still
And-
living on your own. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Moving around, doing your own thing.
Yeah,
So
100%.
It's a different lifestyle.
100%. And
I
get
wonder
up
the
and I
same
move
thing.
and-
Yeah, I'm like, why do we not feel like adults? But I think it's just not having that typical 9 to
It's-
5 lifestyle. And like growing up, it's like you go to school, you go to work, you get a job, you die.
You're
That's
taught
what
that.
you taught that.
You're taught
you
that
know,
from 3 years
that's
old.
like
But that's what I'm saying.
systematically.
Like
You're taught that from
back
3.
before when we were talking about it, it's just like all those things that you learned, kind of like
It's the
unlearning
mold.
it.
It's
Yeah.
the mold.
gotta
They
unlearn
put you
it,
in the
yeah.
mold and they keep you there and you just grow until you got to break out of the mold. That's
break
it. You
out
gotta
the
break out of
box. You
You
know?
break out- you know how many people I meet like that I've even like seen in the past couple of years at Nutty Irishman and we're like, dude, I love what you're doing. Keep going. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Well, I hate my life. I work 12
the
hours
IRS
a
or
day
something like that,
and
yeah.
yeah, I make good money, but I don't have any time off. And the only time I look forward to is this right here
Yeah.
and now at 10 o'clock at the Nutty Irishman on a Saturday night.
See,
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel horrible for you. I do. Because again, everybody should be able to enjoy their life. Do what they do and enjoy their life. But at the same time, I don't feel bad for you because we have the same hours. Everybody has the same amount
Everyone
of
got
hours.
the same 24.
Everybody's at the same
so
24.
what I
kid.
was gonna say is, at least for us, we have the skills and we have the option to, like, if we wanted to quit, tomorrow. Like, we have the ability to go get a 9 to 5 and sit in the cubicle and sit at a desk.
I think
Whereas
honestly,
in the other way, it's harder to kind of get into
100%.
something. If you
100%
just been,
harder
you
to
know?
do it yourself.
100%.
If you could, I put it like this: if you could wake up today, go to work, you work this week, you get a paycheck, right? You put in your time, you got money for it, you got rewarded for it. You could get up, you could have your own business, you could go to work this whole week, spend money, make nothing.
Yep.
That's the discipline of being your own boss and being an entrepreneur. A worker is going to get paid for their time. They might even get overtime. They might, a boss might not get paid for months on end. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to live with that, those expenses, and that's the mind state I'm trying to say, like between an
Months.
employee and an employee.
Years.
Years.
To separate yourself.
Decades.
Yeah. I'm set.
Fucking-
You get the
yeah,
example.
yeah,
of what I'm
100%.
putting out
When's
there.
my first
You know
check
what I'm
coming
saying?
No, for real. For real. Like something like
We ain't
oh
getting
my
paid
God.
by the hour. We getting paid by the transaction or something.
Yeah,
like that.
100%.
Sometimes that
100%.
sounds real nice.
100%. Oh my God.
But-
If I can make a salary a week, fucking 500. Oh my God. But like, yeah, sometimes I make my money in bulk and it's a very nice amount. And sometimes it's like,
And then you don't get a show for 2 months.
yeah, and then you're
can't
sitting there
plan it
like,
out.
well, you know what? Maybe I will go work at McDonald's just to fucking be able to
You're like, that sounds nice.
be able to put a burrito on the table. That
Yeah.
might sound good.
I need to get gas. This
No, a lot
week,
of
so-
yo, you said that perfectly though. Honestly, like, and you guys watch Shark Tank, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
love.
Okay, so
that's
Kevin-
all. See, even that was always one of my favorite shows.
Kevin, what's his
Love.
name? Kevin Leary.
Kevin O'Leary.
Mm-hmm.
He
My son,
said,
Mr. Wonderful.
bro, I watched him say in an interview once. He said, a salary is the drug they give you to keep you from following your dreams. And think about that. Take a moment and think about that. They pay you every week so that way you don't go.
Stay
And
complacent. There's a salary mentality and there's a hustle mentality. All right. So some people
Some
are
people
hustlers.
don't have
some
dreams and
people
don't
are
want
hustlers
to.
with
Some
some
people
salary.
want to
Yeah,
just
that's
work
fine.
a 9 to
And
5.
that's
be able to
fine.
get
There's
to
nothing
it.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you want a minimalistic life and you want that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
people
at all.
don't strive for more.
No,
As long as they survive.
I just
Money ain't
I would
everything,
rather.
but-
No, it's not. But I would rather.
But it's a lot.
I'd
It's
rather
definitely
want. I'd want to get
majority.
rich or die trying. I'm gonna die trying. It's my motto.
Exactly.
If I drop dead tomorrow, I tried. I tried everything I could to get rich.
That's all they
And
can
that's-
say.
that's all they
When
can
I
say.
It's just like,
tried.
why?
Exactly, and that's all they could
yeah.
say.
Just why work for someone else and put all that effort in for someone else's dream and like not yourself? I get it if you don't have like a passion or anything you want to be doing, but
Well,
like every time I think about like doing a 9 to 5, I'm just like, I can't fathom like sitting there and like even social media, like just doing all this work for like someone else.
Yeah.
That's why it's like I've done it, but it's like that's why I want to start Sour Lemon, you know?
It comes back to having a passion, like you said before. If you don't have a passion for something,
Or just being entrepreneurial driven.
There's always a drive behind passion.
Yeah.
Drive is what drives that passion. It's what moves that passion forward.
Any job.
If you don't have anything that pushes that passion, you'll never.
Exactly.
you'll never
Any
have something.
job I ever worked, it don't matter. I never worked it like I was gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? I worked it like, all right, this is just the means for now. Like, so
100%. That's
it was
how I
just
look at it,
Everything I
yeah.
do in life is like a stepping stone. Even with the ice cream, I see it as a stepping stone right now, right? I got the truck, I'm working but it's building into something else. All those jobs I worked, they was just stepping, to get me to the next spot in life, and you just gotta take what you learn. All them losses is lessons, and every day is a blessing. No more stress.
Bro, I worked at.
Keep going.
Yeah, I worked at
That's what I'm
Beverage
saying.
Barn. So this is actually a pretty funny story. So
Yeah,
I
we'll
worked
get
at-
into all our
So I worked
jobs.
at Beverage Barn. That was probably like the second job I had. So the first job I actually ever got, I got fired from after 2 days. It's the funniest shit ever. So I worked up the block for me, and I was probably like, and again, I come from very strict Italian parents. So like, as soon as you can talk and walk, you got to be able to get a job. Like you ain't sitting here not, you know what I mean? So I was probably like 12 or 13. I think I was like 13 when I got a job, and it was obviously off the books. Guy paid me like what, $5 an hour, $4 an hour, and it was working for a barbershop, and it was just handing out flyers. And I would stand there and I would just hand out flyers for like $5 an hour. Maybe I worked 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. But this motherfucker had the craziest demands. He'd hand me a packet of flyers. He'd hand me literally like a stack. No joke, like 100. He's like, don't come back until they're gone. So like, I would hand them out, but sometimes I'd go back with like 20 or 30 because not everybody wants to take. You're
People
really
get, like,
only
mad
handing
at
it to
you.
dudes.
Yeah.
So he'd come back and he'd fucking yell at me. So I think I worked there for, like I said, 3 or 4 days. I walked back there one time and he screamed at me because I couldn't. So I went back the next day and I said I was never going to walk back with a stack of papers. I threw the motherfuckers, half of them in the garbage. I was a dumbass. I put them in the garbage around the block. So he saw them around the thing. fired me. So I said, okay, fuck you, I'm good.
That would have been my first thought.
Yeah, I got a job at Beverage Barn. Shout out Mike Barry. If Mike Barry is watching this, yo, we had the funnest fucking time working. And Ali, shout out Ali. Ali's gonna know this story because Ali knows about this story. We die about it all the time. So you know when you work in like those beverage places, like they have the chests outside for the ice. You cannot keep those open in the heat for more than like 5 minutes because shit will start to melt. And me and Mike Barry we filled the whole entire thing and we forgot to close the fucking door. And the whole, bro, like, it just goes to show you, like, no jobs are like, that's not my passion to sit there and make sure that this is perfect. Like you said, I'm
not
here
even in
to
your
do it.
wheelhouse.
You
Yeah.
literally just do it just to get fucking paid
man.
for it. Like, that's it. Like, I think Diplo said in an interview, like, he got fired from fucking Subway. He couldn't make a Subway sandwich. He's like, I can't make a Subway sandwich. He's like, I don't even know what goes on a roll. I don't even know what a hero is. He's like, I just did it to be able to fund my fucking dreams and my life that I wanted,
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. Crazy. What about you guys? You guys have, I'm sure you guys, Blix, I'm sure you've had fucking fun.
I mean, I've worked plenty of random jobs, so
Let's get a little rundown.
I don't even remember all of them. When I was younger, I worked construction with my uncle.
I did construction.
Probably was making like $5 an hour or something, just getting brutalized out there, just in the heat.
Bags of cement
Just,
at 10
just
years old.
carrying wood, 2x4.
I could never.
300-pound bags of cement
Just
at
getting
10 years old.
crazy. I
No
worked
insurance, no OSHA.
16. I was probably I did different stuff. So I was a dishwasher at a golf club. Terrible.
Did my
Slow.
son
They
ever
hated
work
me
at
there.
Boomers? What's that place?
Boomers?
Yeah, what's that place? By
Oh, you talking about that? It's closed down. Nah, I ain't never worked at no Boomers. That little amusement park or whatever. Nah, I done random stuff. I was a bank teller. I don't even know. I did retail like Tommy Hilfiger, H&M. I had a lot of random jobs overnight. Stop and shop. I don't even care. I don't even think about them like that.
Euthanizer at the vet.
The vet, yeah, like the vet. Every job I ever worked makes no sense.
Yeah.
Why
Just
was
like
I?
all
It was just
random.
things I
It
just
makes
did for like
no
money at the
sense.
time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always just, I can't get into too much. I just been a hustler. So them jobs just was not for me. They were just, like I said before, stepping stones. So you just move past them.
It's what it is. It's just a stepping stone.
Yeah. And that's
all
how
it
you got to
is.
use it, you know?
Yeah. No,
For
grow
me,
from it.
yeah. For me in high school, I worked at camp in the summer. So I like went to camp since like first grade, Rolling River Day Camp. And in high school, you become a CIT. And then after that, you become a counselor. And so I worked there. And then it was just like the money I made in the summer, which was nothing, was the money I had to use
To put
throughout
towards
the
it,
year.
yeah.
Which like when you're younger,
Magically,
it's
it
not that
lasted
much.
back then.
Because
But
I
even
mean,
during college, it was the same thing. I worked and then I kind of used that money through college.
people don't realize that, starting a business or owning a business or even pushing a business, it all involves money.
Yeah.
Like I might get
Takes
I might
money to
get
make
crap
money.
for this, but if you're born into a family of millionaires, it's not uncommon for you to be the next millionaire because it is very easy to do it when you come from money.
Oh, if you,
widely known.
If you have an advantage, yeah.
It's widely known. It's 100% widely known. Like all of these people, especially like, and I watched a video. Shout out Rick Beato. If Rick Beato is watching this video, if he ever comes across it, I am a ginormous fan of your channel. I'm gonna look straight into the camera. I am a ginormous fan.
Shout that boy
He
out.
breaks down all of these like norms in society and like music. He's a music guy, but he said, and this is crazy. If you look at the top 20 Billboard chart, all artists, almost every single artist on the top 20, top 30 has a relation to somebody who is either an actor, an actress, somebody who's in music business. So it's, and I'm not being jaded here.
I never thought about that, but it makes
Oh,
sense.
it's 100%.
But they say your network plays into your net
Yes,
worth.
yes, but
so you know.
and look, if I had it, would I use it? Of course. But I don't respect the people who sit there then at the end of the day and say, "Wow, look at all I worked for. I worked from the ground up." And it's like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, but at the
No,
same
you did
time,
not,
it's like,
because-
what do you want them to do? Because,
Yes,
you know.
but acknowledge where you came from.
That's fair.
Acknowledge where you came from because
You had
not
a head
all of
start.
us. You 100% a head start. 100% a head start. That's like Kylie Jenner saying that she's a self-made billionaire. She's not a self-made billionaire. She came from millions of dollars to become a self-made billionaire.
Yeah.
Supposedly a self.
Yep.
If you were born, if your parents gave you $100 million tomorrow, your company would probably be a lot
And
you'd
listen,
be in a better
you still
position.
have to work,
100%.
but the money backing you.
Oh, 100%.
If I could just put $1,000 into an ad like right now and just roll
your sales would go. Your sales would skyrocket.
Exactly.
People don't understand that though, and like that's what kind of annoys the shit out of me sometimes. You could have the best fucking product in the world. If you don't have money to push it, it will not go as far as you think it will.
Yeah. And I think
clip this. You want to make fun of me all you want. It's the fucking truth. And everybody is afraid to admit that shit on social media. Everybody's afraid. No, money makes the world go round.
I also
Money
think it
pushes
depends on how you grew up, and I think we all grew up probably similarly.
Yeah, I don't come from fucking rich parents at all.
Yeah.
No way. No fucking way. Middle class. Yeah. Yeah, like everything that all the opportunities that I've gotten was from getting in people's faces and making the right connects.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I could go on with this shit for days.
No, but I mean, I guess that helps. We'll start getting into, how we grew up.
Yeah.
So speaking of childhood, what were you guys like as kids?
I was loud and obnoxious, according to my mom.
I could see that.
I was loud and obnoxious, checks. And I didn't really care too much about a lot of things except music, which makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I was a good kid regardless, but yeah, I was probably a little bit wild and crazy, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world, but what are you gonna do?
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the same, really. I don't think I was much of a bad kid, like acted out that crazy. I was probably quiet in school like that, kind of shy. At home, I was probably loud, but that was just with my family, just having fun with friends and stuff like that. But I wasn't really a crazy kid, and I was regular.
Yeah, I'd say I was probably both extroverted and introverted. I think I would still say the same for myself. But yeah, always very creative and curious, and just always had that entrepreneurial spirit. I was always doing lemonade stands out there making a buck.
Yeah,
I would make jewelry. I would like braid the bracelets and go door to door and sell them to my neighbors. Like, yeah, I mean, I did everything as a kid. I did sports. I did music. I did like gymnastics, like art, anything you could think of. I was a well-rounded kid, I think.
She was busy.
I was booked and busy. No, I really was. On my weekends, my parents always had stuff lined up for me. Yeah. Which I like because it gave me the opportunity to try a whole bunch of different things, where I feel some parents will like throw their kids into sports or throw them into something, and it's
not what you
I've kind of just
Yeah, my parents tried to get me into basketball and baseball when I was younger, and I was like, I'm not.
But you knew what you knew. You knew you wanted to do music.
Interested. Yeah, I was like,
well, when you were little, what did you want to be?
When I was little, what did I want to be? A FedEx driver.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I'm like,
fuck no.
Really?
Absolutely not. What did I want to be when I was younger? That's a hard question, because to be honest, I don't think I really I didn't have like a dream to like be like anything really. I mean, it was kind of just once I figured out that music was like my calling, I wanted to do anything that involved music. So if that was produce music, make music, tour, anything that involved music, I wanted to become it. That was probably, I guess you could probably say that, like anything that has to do with music. Yeah, I never had because some people will play with like a toy police car when they're younger. And
exactly.
Say, I want to be a police, I want to be a police officer, and that's dope. It's dope. It's sick. Or like a firefighter. Oh my God, I want to be a firefighter.
I just can't imagine growing up and like knowing like I want to do that.
Yo, me and Gino.
I wish I felt that way about something.
Me and Gino used to die laughing about this shit all the time, bro. Gino used to say, imagine like looking at a UPS truck at 2 years old and being like, I want to be.
That's what I want to be. You know what's funny? You bring that up because I drive the ice cream truck.
No, I mean,
I drive the ice cream truck. Little kids or whatever, like I don't know what it is. It's like preschool or kindergarten. Yeah. They make the kid fill up. What do you want to be when you get older? So it'll be funny. Like the parents will come up and be like, look what my kid did today at school, and the kid will they drew some or they did a picture. Will be like, when I grow up, I want to be the ice cream man. And they'll draw a picture of them like serving ice cream.
Like, don't do it.
It's so cute.
Don't do it.
I'm like, listen, this is not just ice cream. Okay?
This is not just ice cream.
Not just sweet treats in the heat.
Yeah, no, for real.
It takes a lot. But it's just funny though, like how they just see it and they just they emulate. They want to be that. But me personally, I didn't ever really think of.
But when you're a kid, you don't.
I think maybe the only thing I thought is, I probably wanted to be like a celebrity or like
I was
rich
gonna
and
say
famous.
the same thing.
Yeah,
I want to be famous.
I want to do that, like watching them kids.
Of course.
And as much as you want to be famous, when you really think about it, it's like I would like to be like D-list famous. That's.
I don't want to ever. I always joke about it. I don't ever want to get to the point where I can't go to Starbucks.
Scary.
Something like that. That's like bad.
Scary.
Like actually, it's pretty.
I'm
funny.
too low maintenance to be famous.
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. I went to Farmingdale like a week ago, and I was walking through. It was with actually one of our boys from Milwaukee. Shout out BG Good. He came here for a show. We ended up cutting after.
So sad I couldn't make it.
Yeah, it was fun. And we went to Nutty, and I swore that I would never go back in that place. I'm just not a fan of it. And
he loves it.
I walked back in there, and
Big fan.
literally as soon as I walked in there, like 3 people who I had no idea who they were came up to me and just congratulated me on my work. And I'm like,
that's good though.
that's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
It's really cool, you know. But like that's probably as far as I would want to go. Like I don't want to walk into a place like because I'm a very like awkward.
You could go
person.
a little further. You could go a little.
I could go a little further, but it's a little.
But I know what you mean.
You know, like imagine.
There's
imagine
a fine line, I think.
Imagine not even being able to walk out your house. Justin Bieber can't even go to the supermarket and act like a normal person.
That's what I'm saying. I'm too low maintenance.
No, I don't want to do that. Like I don't want that. I don't want that. I want the money that they have, but I don't want to be able. I don't want to have to do that. You know, that's crazy to me. That's yeah, no, not fun.
Yeah. I mean, also, what was like one of the dumbest things that heard as a kid and believed?
Oof, the dumbest thing I've heard. The dumbest. Oh,
Maybe
man.
I'll start it off
Yeah, you
because
gotta
I think
start
I have
that,
something.
'cause I can't.
I'll let you go first because I was thinking of one, but I don't know if this is a universal experience. When you was a kid, when you was driving in the car with your
I
family or
already
your
know.
parents, you was in the back seat. If you turned on
turn
that,
on the light.
you turn on that
They're
light
going
up
to
top,
arrest
They're
you.
Was you
gonna
getting
arrest
arrested?
They're
Was
gonna
you getting in
arrest you.
trouble?
That, oh my
crazy.
god!
Is that a
You just
universal
unlocked
experience?
a memory.
Yeah,
You just
you really- yeah.
unlocked that.
You just gave me
They used to
PTSD.
freak out over that.
Wow.
No, for real.
Damn.
For
No,
real. That's facts.
no. I was
That's
just
probably
gonna
one of the
say,
dumbest
yeah.
things I probably believe.
100%.
That's so funny. No, mine's like not in line with that. That's actually so much better. I was just gonna say, my thing was the thought that being an adult is easier than being a kid. I feel like when I was a kid, I just kept being like, I can't wait to grow up. It's gonna be so much better. And
That
life
was
is
gonna be my thing.
easier.
That was
and-
gonna be my thing. That was
Yeah.
gonna be what I was gonna say too. It's
and
like,
just like the switch to now, I'm just like, to be a kid and to have to go to
Oh,
school and all you have to do is your math homework, and
That's
it seems so like
that's it.
much in the moment as a
Now
kid.
you have to
but
wake up and chase green.
even in college.
every day.
Listen, even in
Every day.
college,
Every
the rest of your
second.
life. Every
in
day.
college, I used to be like, I'm so over like the essays and the tests. Like I can't wait to graduate and just like get a job and work for someone. And I just like I go do my work. I'm done. I come home.
now if I ain't had to pay a bill.
But
Take
that was
that.
me in like my junior senior year thinking that. Now I'm like, okay, great. That was like 8-9 years ago. Now I'm like,
Facts.
bitch, why did you what? Like,
Why'd you ever rush it?
oh my god, seriously.
Yeah, like I talk
Never
about my
rush
mom.
it.
I talk about my mom all the time. It's actually crazy. Like, cause she'll be like, "Remember when you said you wanted to grow up, and you were 12 and 11?" And I'm like, "I wish
Like,
I
I
could go
just
back
wanna
to 12
be
and 11 now. Like,
18.
holy fuck!" But
That's one thing.
It's-
If I could go back, and like give advice to my younger self, if that's something you could do, that's the one thing I would say is don't rush life.
Enjoy it.
and never follow your dreams.
Nah,
'Cause you'll
I
be
mean,
broke-
if
'cause
you
you'll be
really want,
broke.
if you really want the
No, no, no.
demotivational side, listen. If
100%
you
no.
got a dream and you're working towards it and nothing's came of it, give up. But
He's-
anyway,
Don't give up.
don't give up. Nah,
He's like, give up.
or give up. Just
He's
think
like,
about it.
give
because
up.
Life is rough. So if you keep going,
Yeah.
you might put yourself in a worse situation. But anyway, don't rush life is what I would tell my younger self. Because how many people, if you think about when you were younger, say, "Oh, enjoy life, don't rush it." But you think to yourself,
I say
like
that
you
to
were
people
just
in their
saying,
20s. I say enjoy your youth. And I say it as a
Exactly.
joke, but like
Facts.
actually.
You just rush it, and
Yeah.
you think, like you said, life is gonna be better. It's not. I mean, it has its moments and there's things obviously you don't have to do, but
It's never going
what's
to be
the
a
point in
highlight
rushing
reel.
it?
Well,
Yeah,
I think the freedom as you get older is probably the best. But really, when
Which
you-
is probably what
the
you
freedom
yearn
comes
for.
at a price.
That's probably
course.
what you're looking for when you're younger
course.
growing up is
Yeah.
that sense of
it's
freedom.
that freedom. But like, let's be honest, as you start to hit 30, 35, 40, your parents aren't going to be around much longer. Siblings
say
might
that.
not be.
Oh, don't say
It's-
that.
Well, it's the truth.
No, I know.
that's the unfortunate
Unfortunately,
part
it's
of
the
life.
truth, right? And it's
We
the
don't know,
things that we have to
We don't
deal
know our
with.
own last day though.
Yeah.
I can't say
That's
that
true,
about
too.
anybody else.
No, that's true.
why I
But
said every
but
day
the
is
general
not
norm though of people, the general norm of society, that's what happens. You know. So and it's like obviously I want my parents to see my kids grow up or
Of
me
course.
have kids and all that stuff, right? But I think that, like you said perfectly, it's like you can't wait. You're gonna love it when you grow up and this and that. And you think life is great now. Wait till you grow up, and it's like, yeah, it's cool, but to a certain extent. Like, yeah, the bills suck. As you get older, unfortunately, and again, we're not going to sugarcoat things here. Illnesses and stuff like that.
But
That is the sucky part about it.
You know what's also
But life sucks
crazy
in that regard.
is
100%.
one day you're having to ask permission to go to the bathroom, and the next day you're supposed to know what you want to do with your life and like be ready to go out into the world.
Yeah, of
What?
course. That's
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Again, if you follow the norm, that's what. Yeah. That's you should have your mind made up at 18, and you should have a 401k at 19,
It's
and
like,
you should be
what?
ready to retire at 40. And it's like,
like, I
yo,
still don't
let
know what I
me
wanna do with my
try
life.
and let me try and maneuver something like my ancestors did, and you know what I mean. Like, think about how many people. Think about the owners of all these big companies. Like, what? Like, have you guys ever seen the Steve Jobs movie? It's the one with Ashton Kutcher. It's actually
I don't
really,
think
really
so.
good. I forgot the name.
I
of
might
it.
have seen that. It was like Founder or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
actually, I think Founder was the other one.
Maybe
That
the
was
Facebook one,
McDonald's.
yeah.
No,
Oh yeah, yeah. The
that-
McDonald's one.
that
I think is
Social
that one.
Network or
Yeah.
something like that. I've seen it though. I think.
He think about like somebody like Steve Jobs. He had $1 and a dream. Dude was dead broke for like 10 years when Apple
All those
started.
big guys.
Fucking dead broke. And then brick by brick, night by night, working long nights and believing in yourself, and literally probably looking insane to people that he went to school with. Because people were probably like, "What are you doing? This is never gonna work."
100%.
And look at him now. He cemented history forever.
Yeah.
You know, so again, you really can't listen to people 98% of the time because people will just sit there and say, this won't work. I know it won't work. And then 2 years later it works. And they sit there like, well, I should have believed in you.
Yeah, but they
So-
don't know because they not trying.
No,
it
they don't know.
themselves.
They don't know. They don't know. And you can't bash them because, again, anybody else with a normalistic mind would say the same thing.
You're crazy. Yeah, to try something different.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people don't take risks.
Oh,
you know?
nobody does.
But if
Yeah.
you want the reward, you gotta take.
Oh,
the
you
risk,
have got
you
to
know?
take the risk.
So-
You have got to take the risk, 100%.
If
Same
stay
thing. Scared money
complacent,
don't make no money.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'm gonna take all y'all money.
So, fast forwarding and jumping back into it, what do you think has changed the most about yourselves?
I'd say time.
Age and my weight.
Time.
I feel that.
Time waits for no man. You know,
Yeah,
it's getting
time,
old and
time.
bitter out here. Old and bitter with time.
Hold on. Some of
Oh,
the
them bitter.
demotivation.
I think for me, probably like my perception of life
Yeah.
has
Nah,
changed.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
always
That-
changes.
yeah,
You
that's a
know?
That
fact.
always changes.
That's always
Oh, yeah.
changing.
100%. You see.
I'd
things
like
in a
to think
different eye
for the
sure.
better. I think we learn more with our experiences
You
growing
learn the
up.
do's and the don'ts. Because think about when you're 20 and you drive reckless, you think that life is very, I'm fine. Nothing is ever going to happen to me.
Aging just didn't seem like an option.
No.
It was just like, to
No.
me, it almost felt like we were just going to be like in our 20s forever. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we
You take it for
graduated
granted.
college. Like, here we go. Like,
Yeah, you
this
take
is
it for
life.
granted.
But
And then you turn 30 and you're like, fuck.
I woke up, looked in the mirror, I seen a gray hair. I said, what's
it was like
What's
12:05
going
on
on?
my birthday, and I
What's
started
going on?
crying.
Yeah.
I said, I didn't even have a second
Yeah.
to think about not being
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
20 anymore.
You're fucking 30. And it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
life goes on.
yeah, life goes on. Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess with that also, what's something that you used to care about that now is just like, I don't give a fuck?
Ooh.
I would say when I was younger, for some reason, I don't know why I ever did, but I think I worried too much about other people's opinions or perceptions.
100%.
Now looking back on
Oh,
it,
you're like
why
reading
did I
my
ever
mind.
care? Why
Literally
did I
reading
ever
my mind
care?
too.
You know?
Yeah,
That's
100%.
for me.
That and like having friends and like making sure people knew like you have like a certain amount of friends and like
clique and-
I'm out and I'm doing this and I'm having fun and I could care less. I'm
I
like,
think-
I don't want people texting. I'm like, don't ask me to hang out. I don't want
Ask you for money? And all
I
that
don't want.
there?
Just leave me
Crazy.
alone.
He's that's crazy.
Hey,
I think, I would agree. Honestly, I think when I turned 30, that was the biggest thing I wanted to leave behind. Was not giving a fuck about, and I still time from time will sit there and get in my own head. And
Yeah.
it's normal.
yeah, sometimes overthinking.
As much
is-
as I want to be
is
like,
a
I don't care. I
problem, you know?
definitely
But,
still care.
yeah,
but it's
I
trying to
don't.
unlearn that. It's
I
trying
don't
to,
give
yeah.
a fuck about what Chad or Susan are doing on a 3:00 afternoon
cares?
and on a Tuesday. I don't.
And they
give a
shouldn't be
shit.
thinking about you.
I don't give a
And
shit.
most
they
people
are, then
probably aren't
a
thinking
problem with
about
themselves.
us. You know
No.
what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's
people,
the thing too. You don't even realize sometimes you thinking, or it used to be like you out and you thinking, oh, what this person think of you.
Yeah, like
And they
they're
probably
sitting
not
there their
even
whole
giving you
night.
the
People
time
don't.
of day. Like they don't even
people
realize
don't
who they
give a
is.
shit.
They're
as much as
thinking
we
about
do.
like the hair coming out of their pinky
like,
nail. Like,
Literally,
There's
they think about the
much
most
going on in
randomest
this
thing.
world, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much for
Like
to even worry
you think that
about.
people are actually standing there looking at you and being like, "Why is this person doing that?" And it's like,
When
no,
realistically, everyone's thinking
they're
about
like,
themselves.
"How the fuck do I pay my nanny today?"
Yeah.
Like, how do I pay my nanny? Because I don't.
They're
have
like,
the
is my
money to
hair
pay."
greasy?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you're thinking they're looking at you. They're thinking like, are they like judging me? And it's
Yeah.
no one cares. Everyone's in their own world. And for the people
Everybody's
that do
literally in their
care,
own world.
they have nothing better going on in their own lives.
100%.
So
If you have the
Facts.
time and the audacity to sit there and bash somebody because they're doing something that you don't want to do or you can't do, look yourself in the mirror.
and those are the type of people that used to
yourself in the
affect me, and now I'm just like, wait, they're like,
I don't
they're
give a fuck.
losers.
I don't give a fuck.
Haters
I don't
and the
care.
motivators.
I don't care. No, I don't care. Yeah. That's how it is. It's just
Shout out our first Facebook hater for the pod, because that made me
Yeah.
so happy. Not an ounce of me was like upset. I was like, I love this.
We doing
Look,
something.
look,
We doing
when
something, right?
whenever I see comments of hate or like people like saying something
Like
stupid,
you're helping us.
Yes, you are helping us, but it also is just reassuring to me because it's like, well, you most likely wrote that on the couch that you can't get off of, and you're probably stuffing your face with 13,000 calories a day. So, who's in a better position, me or you?
The couch
Exactly.
potato making more bread.
He's
We're
like,
broke.
probably. No.
We're broke.
Honestly, he might be.
Probably.
He's in a better.
Probably
position.
works for J.P. Morgan, making 300 grand. No.
Look at us making a podcast.
He's like making a podcast. Still haven't gotten paid for it yet. But
Crazy.
yeah, that's how I kind of look at it. It's like a lot of these people commenting from their beds. They can't get out of bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people are commenting from the couch. Like, they couldn't even get up the couch to walk to the bathroom. So it's
And
like,
that's something you
I'm not
learn,
going to
yeah.
sit there and bet. You know what I mean? It's like, there was a time where I would fucking bite back immediately and be like, fuck you and this and that and you mother.
Because it
not
affects
even
you at one
worth it.
point.
It's not
Now
worth
it's
it.
like,
It's
not
not
worth the energy.
worth it. It's not
Yeah.
worth the energy because that's what they want to get out of you.
I
They
think it
wanna
also
ride it.
depends. Like,
Drains
if
you.
they say the right thing at the right time,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
there could be a nerve
Of
struck.
course,
But
of course, and there sometimes is.
I'm learning to
sometimes is.
pick and choose my battles
We
because
had-
I'm a very reactive person. I'm like, if you do anything
oh my god, that's
to
how
like,
I am. That's
I'm
literally how I
immediately
am.
I'm like,
So
oh no,
bad.
I'm gonna get my revenge up.
Yeah.
I'm trying very hard this year to not be revengeful and to not
We had a guy
to not have to get even.
as it should be. I mean, we had a guy
It
a couple
hurts.
months
It hurts to
ago.
not do it though.
No, 100%. We had a guy a couple months ago who commented on us on one of our videos and was like, "Oh, look at these two gay guys or something like that, like doing a thing." And this dude, literally, his body was
Lover
probably the
boys.
size of my fucking basement, probably like the size of my basement. So that's fine. He was viewing my stories, so I took a screenshot of his picture and I zoomed in on his face and I put it on my story. So fuck you. You want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And they don't
but then I
expect
kind of
it,
was
yeah.
like, you know, this happened like a year and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do that shit anymore 'cause it doesn't look that great. But you
It's
know,
funny for the time
sometimes you
being.
strike.
But
a nerve.
sometimes calling people, yeah.
Sometimes you
I've
strike
had-
a nerve, like, you know, like why? Because you don't have the audacity or the balls to do what I'm doing.
Yeah, someone
You're
sent
gonna
me like a
fucking-
mean message because I didn't answer
Give me
them
a
quick enough
break.
last year, and I screenshotted it and I put it on my story, and that was like the only time I called out like
Yeah,
a
like-
potential customer. But
And you know what? It's not even being that mean because in a way you could kind of defend yourself and be like, well, I'm one
I'm person.
I'm engaging. I'm
Yeah.
engaging back.
Young
you know?
engagements.
He's a young engagement. But yeah, no. As you get older, it's like
You stop
like,
caring.
Who gives a fuck about what people like? Happiness, inner peace is like the best thing
Nah, for real.
ever.
Well, what other lessons would you guys say you've learned kind of over the years?
Or just like what you've been through and whatever
Yeah.
in between, stuff like that.
I think one of the biggest things for me is like probably relationships and knowing when to cut them off and why you should cut them off instead of keeping them lingering on. Because a lot of people will tell you, especially your
I
family.
love cutting people off.
Yeah, especially your family will tell
Ain't
you
nothing
like,
to cut
well, if you do leave this person, you know you risk being missing out on something that could have been, and it's like, well, I'm miserable. I don't want to be with somebody I'm miserable with, you know? So a lot of people kind of mistake that too because they start to creep up into their 30s. And people are like, well, I have to get married and have kids or I'm never going to be
timeline.
happy.
The timeline pressure.
Timeline pressure.
Or like doing what you think you're supposed to do or doing what you think is supposed to make you happy.
What society is telling you to
Yeah.
do. Yeah. That was a big one for me because like I used to be with I haven't had the best track record with women, especially dating women.
Well, what about friends too? Like, did your parents always grow up telling you like you are who you surround yourself with?
Yeah.
And do
Yeah.
you believe that?
Yeah, to a certain extent I do.
If you let them influence you, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. If you look at 6 people and you're gonna most likely gonna be the seventh.
Gonna do
You're
the
hanging
same
around.
thing, yeah.
You're gonna do the same thing. Yeah. So
At least when
Especially
you're
when you're a
younger.
kid, yeah.
when you're
You don't know
younger,
how to
yeah.
do
I
differently.
mean, granted, I had the greatest friends growing up. I'm
That's
not gonna
great.
sit here and say that I had the greatest. I mean, all my friends, even the ones that moved to Florida, like they were the best friends I could ever ask for. Honestly, I mean, if I called them up right now, I know that they would answer the phone. I know they
Yeah.
would. You know, so but again, they moved on with their lives. You know, they have kids and families and stuff
life
like
goes
that.
on, my boy.
Life goes on.
Can't stay the
100%.
same.
Yeah.
I think we'll definitely do an
100%.
episode about like friendships and relationships. I think that'd be
Yeah.
really interesting
Oh,
to
yeah.
get into.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, what about you? Do you have any lessons?
I mean, there's one thing. There's one thing I'll say on a serious note, because I don't really talk about this. You know, I don't really bring up this story or this time of my life. But just recently, August 1st, just passed, was 2 years since I came. I was in a coma
Oh my god.
2 years ago. I don't really talk about this story like that. We'll probably get into this further on
I remember
in a
that.
different episode. You know, I don't really want to talk about this, what happened, but I'll get into it further. I previously wanted to talk about this 2 years ago when it happened, and I initially posted it, and that I was in a coma, and I was just grateful, just happy to be alive. And then people were commenting like, "Oh, did you OD?" And I was like, "I'm not a drug addict," so I just took it down. I was like, "Obviously, I'm not even gonna bring this
Which is
up."
so shitty. That's
Yeah,
It's like
the
the first thing that
first
people
thought.
jump
I'm
to.
not even gonna bring this up.
It's like the
'cause I was
first thing that people jump
alright.
to.
So I just dropped it. I never even brought it up since.
Dumbasses.
But the reason I bring that story up and to say a life lesson and what I learned from my 20s, every day truly a blessing that you wake
100%.
up, because you're not guaranteed the next. I was in a coma for 4 days. I was, the doctors told my parents I was never gonna wake up. And if I did wake up,
I remember that.
I was gonna be brain dead, right? So I
that.
was supposed to have no function left in my brain, no memory, nothing. So I'm standing here today telling you it's a blessing that you're alive and that I'm alive, and I still got my memory and I'm feeling sharp. So as I grow older, I hope my memory stays sharp. That's, and I hope my mind's right. And that, God's on my side.
Amen.
That's all I got to say.
yeah.
Amen.
So we'll talk about more of that later on.
Amen to
but
that. I remember that.
Every
shit.
day's a blessing.
That was
That's all I'm
tough.
going to say.
That was tough.
lucky.
I remember me and LQ texting because when LQ had told me, because I was trying to contact you and I didn't hear from you for
Hey,
days.
I couldn't contact you.
I know. I couldn't hear from
You're
you
like,
days.
why aren't you?
I ain't
texting
even-
I couldn't hear
back?
from you for days. And then
I
LQ
can't
calls
say
me
nothing
and
to
I'm
him.
like, yo, I like dropped my phone. I was like shocked. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I
And then
just
I
woke
called
up
Ali.
randomly, yeah.
Yeah, and then that day that you woke up, I was coming. I was literally picking Ali up. We were in the fucking car coming to you to visit you in the hospital. And
Yeah,
then
'cause it
LQ
was just
texted me and
all
LQ
weird,
was like,
it
nah,
was
he's
all
good.
over
Like he
the
woke up. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, God is real. Like God is
sir.
real, bro.
That's
Like,
so scary.
you know, yeah. That was scary. That was a very, very scary time.
Yeah, it's just unexpected and all that.
Yeah,
But we'll
obviously,
get
yeah,
into that at
unexpected.
Yeah.
another time.
Shit, I mean, I don't know if I can top that one over my
yeah,
lessons,
yeah.
but I was just gonna say, really, don't trust anyone.
That's
You
still
know?
that's still vamuable
Oh
info.
my God.
It's so much
Energy
more
is
than that.
infectious.
100%.
That's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Big fat.
And at the end of the day, you can only rely on yourself, and you are in charge of your life. And I mean, I feel like I've done a lot of like even like letting my parents influence my life, like friends. Like, you just got to remember at the end of the day, like, you are in charge of your life.
You the boss.
know?
You
And
control
last
your
thing
destiny.
is, one other thing that I have learned too is you actually do get older.
Yep.
You do.
And you feel it.
Can't stop time.
Yeah.
And you feel it. No, you can't stop
Yeah.
time. It's the only thing that you can't stop and the only thing you can't get back.
And you can't buy it. You could try to.
You can't buy time.
But
Well, you can buy time if you go to jail. But
different now.
different type of buying
Different
time.
thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
Time waits for no man. So get to it while you can.
Well, Blix kind of tapped on it, but what would you say that's something about yourself that you hope doesn't change?
My resilience, I would say, to keep getting knocked down, because that's been my whole entire career is no's, no,
getting
no,
back
no,
up.
no, 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 no. And then once you get that one yes, it pushes you up a little bit farther, and then you get pushed down again.
That's the hard part.
And then that yes pushes you back up. And
it's
then,
the
you know,
low
it's-
after the high that really
there's
sucks.
millions of lows for one high.
Yeah.
It's always going to be that. Always going to be that. Like, I watched a video the other day, and it was a guy talking about Picasso and his success rate. Picasso made like 150,000 pieces of like paintings. And you know how many of those were hit paintings?
Right.
Maybe about 800 of them.
It's crazy.
Think about that. 150,000 pieces.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
almost
insane.
1,000 of them.
I
were
think
only
the
hit
craziest
pieces.
part is Picasso was like
But it's also what
40,
resonates.
50 years ago. I always thought when
Bro, I
heard
thought
that
Picasso
name
was like 700
400
years ago. Yeah, I thought it was like
I-
400 BC.
yeah.
I learned
Like,
that.
no
Yeah.
joke.
Damn, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yo, you know his grandson is actually a music producer?
Really?
Florian
That's cool.
Picasso. Yeah, his music is
Huh.
sick. His music
No, I
is
didn't
sick.
know
Yeah, he's
that.
from France. Yeah, his music is sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, but
The more you know.
yeah, it's insane. Yo, it's like that thing that we spoke about that one time. I think Gino actually was the one that told me. Shout out Chosen. He said that somebody approached Picasso in a coffee shop later in life, and he was like in his 80s. And somebody said, "Can you paint me a picture?" And Picasso said, "Yeah, of course I will." And he painted him a picture on like a napkin, and they were sitting there chopping it up, talking. And this was obviously before cell phones and everything. And he handed the picture over to the guy, and Picasso said, "Okay, that'll be X amount of money." And the guy said, "I'm not paying you for that. I'm not paying you for that. That took you 5 minutes to do." He's like, "It may have taken me 5 minutes, but it took me a lifetime to be able to do it in 5 minutes." And that's
The skill.
You're
skill.
paying for the skill.
You're paying for the skill. You're paying for the time.
The talent.
Yeah.
And that brings us
Yeah.
back to time. You're paying for the time
Gotta put the
that
time.
it puts that you have to put in to be able to get to that. Like when I make a beat, and I can make a beat fairly quickly now in 10 minutes, and I tell people my price. Well,
I walked in and you were cooking up a beat.
I'm not paying you that. To do.
But
No.
they don't know how
It
many
took
years
me
of cooking
years
up
to
it took
get
to
to
get
that,
that,
to be
exactly.
able to do that. You know, so people don't see that.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That concludes our episode on being mature and grown-up adults.
I think we still got some growing up to do after that
For
sarcasm,
sure.
but
Definitely do.
it's a work in progress. What y'all got going on? What's coming up before we get back together again next time?
A couple shows. I'm going to be in Nashville for about a week in 2 weeks. And you
Have
know where
fun
to
with
find us, Lavish Life Music. What about you guys?
Cool. Yeah. I'm going to Florida at the end of next week, and
Sounds
then
a fun time.
yeah, then doing pop-ups, Long Beach and Huntington, Saturdays and Sundays, and then the last weekend of the month I'll be in Wildwood, New Jersey, for a little
Ooh.
vacation. So
That's fire.
Wow,
Excited for that.
That's
Different.
yeah.
Me, I'll be on the truck, serving it up, cones to homes, pull up, ice cream dreams. It's what I does for a living. From now to Halloween, I'll be on the scene. Say that.
Love it.
Sounds like ours. We are done. This is, what episode is this even? I don't even fucking.
Session 4.
Session
Jesus,
4.
we are at session 4.
And they don't want to hear no more.
But yeah, you guys can keep up with us on
Demotivation.
social to see what we got coming up in the meantime, and we'll catch you on the next one. Sour Sessions out.
Great speaking with y'all.
Howdy.
Peace out.
Time to get in my bag. I'm Blex. And a Max.
You want
He's
to go
canceled.
right after that?
Yeah.
Go
Cool.
ahead.
Cool.
We're canceled.
Yeah.
I like this one. Ain't nothing sweet, it's all sour. This sour sessions, y'all stay in the mix. Now listen in the Vin, Lex, and Blix.